And just like that, 2022 is officially coming to a close. You see everyone up and down your timeline preparing for the new year. Now it's your turn. 2023 is the year for new blessings and new money. This is the year where we elevate our lives and become the person that we want to be. So stop what you're doing, get off your butt, and go plan out your future. I feel like most people who know that New Year's really doesn't start until the springtime. But for the sake of video purposes, we're gonna do it the right way. It's Saturday, December 31st. I don't have nothing planned out for the New Year's. I don't have my resolutions. I don't have my vision board. I don't have nothing made. So I wanted to do that all in a video. I want to go into 2023 with a goal, with a plan, because going into 2022, I had nothing. I kind of came in and the only thing I did was hope that I make it to see 2023. 2023, I'm hoping it'll be a lot better for me because a lot of the things that was holding me back in the past, it's not there no more. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to accomplish a lot more, set new goals, have a plan in mind. To be honest, 2022, it was a good year, but it wasn't that good. 2022 for me was hectic. Like, it had some good stuff in it, but the bad stuff definitely outweighed the good. 2021 coming into 2022, I really didn't have a plan. I was very depressed, very sad, crying every day, not really eating. This year was the year that I ended up cutting off a lot of ties with people that I really cared about. I started my first semester of college. My car blew up. It really... I think the best thing that happened this year was the fact that I completed my first semester of college. Other than that, I'm just glad to be alive, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, all the negativity that happened coming into 2022 is going to pave the way for a positive 2023. I'm gonna keep a very positive mindset going into this year because we cannot have a repeat. 2022 was worse for me than 2020 was, and that's saying a lot. I think I ended off the year good. I just went on a date yesterday. I'm actually excited. Like, I'm not even gonna say this year is my year because I really don't know. But all we could do is pray. I kind of just want to make a vision board, make some resolutions, make a plan, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. That way, 2023, I know what I'm doing. And whatever happens, negatively and positively, it'll all be on me. Because I had the plan. I should have just followed through with it. I'm excited. Like, I never did this before. Going into the new year, you want to have a list of resolutions and goals. You don't want to repeat the same mistakes as last year, but you also want to triple your successes. That's why it's important to start off by making a list of resolutions, things that you want to do differently for the new year. It might be hard at first to keep up with them, but it's important to try your best. I am a visual person, so I did my best to make sure that I decorate my resolution sheet. Most people just make a list on the Notes app, just the basic list, but I took it a step further and made a title and did it in different fonts and different colors because that's more appealing to me. So yeah. Before you make your resolution sheet, you want to make sure that you reflect and think about the things that you did in the past year, things that you didn't like, things that you want to change, and you add that to the list. That way you'll have something to go off of for the new year and make sure that you fix in the future. This was my first time really like writing down resolutions. In the past years, I would do something like say, oh, I'll start going to the gym, start going to the church. But this is the first time where I've actually like taken the time to write them down and really like evaluate my resolutions. My resolutions aren't the best because like I said, this is the first time I ever wrote them. I definitely could have summed these up. I'm just gonna share with you guys like a few of my resolutions, things that I want to do differently. I put stop cursing. I feel like it's unladylike, and as in life, people are not gonna agree with that. I don't curse a lot. Like, I want to cut it completely out of my vocabulary. But to be honest, we don't need to curse. You don't have to curse. You don't need to curse, and you shouldn't curse. So I'm not going to curse. Then I put to pray at least twice a day. I want to pray when I wake up, pray when I go to sleep. Of course, I say my grace before I eat. Basically, just being consistent with my prayer. I've not been keeping up my prayers lately. When I used to live with my mom, I prayed every night because I had a set bedtime. Like, I would go to bed at 9. Now that I'm older on my own, I like drift off to sleep, or I'll be watching TV with no intentions of going to sleep, and I'll just end up asleep. The Lord is just shaking his head at me right now. I want to start journaling every day. I was thinking about journaling digitally, like on my iPad, but I think there's more of a benefit out of it if you're doing it with paper and pen. So I definitely will be getting me like a journal just so that at the end of the year I can go back and reflect on the good and the bad times, because it's all written down on paper. And then I put things like keeping up with my appearance. Like, I don't want to be leaving the house bummy. I go out the house with my bonnet on and not care, and I don't think that's cute. Sometimes I don't be feeling like putting myself together. I'm going to make sure that I take that extra step and stop being lazy and make sure I put myself together from here on out, because looking bummy is not cute. I want to keep up with my skincare, my hygiene routine, be more positive, read my Bible at least once weekly. I feel like that's slow, but it's baby steps, baby steps. Put like learning to be my own stylist, because I want to learn how to do my own nails, my own lashes, my own hair, my own everything. I don't want to have to pay nobody for nothing. I want to be able to do everything, because I'm sick of these stylists. I'm sick of these business owners. Y'all suck, y'all are unprofessional, and I'm just tired. I think my resolutions are pretty straightforward and they're definitely attainable. So when you're making your own resolutions, just make sure that they're attainable. Nothing too crazy. Not cursing, that's not hard. Reading your Bible once a week, that's not hard. Vision boards are so important, because that way you'll get to actually see what it is that you want to do for yourself for the upcoming year. But I pretty much just downloaded fonts from dafont.com and put a transparent background on the app Fonto and just decorated the words how I wanted it to, because a lot of these apps don't be having a lot of font choices. So I use Fonto, and then I save those photos as a PNG and transfer them to GoodNotes, which is where I made different categories of my goals, and I actually made boxes so that way I can write in them what I want to do for that category, and then later I ended up adding pictures. You'll see. When writing, I kind of put them in affirmation / prayer form. That way it's not like I'm saying I want this to happen. I'm speaking in the terms of it's going to happen. So after writing down my goals for that category, I pretty much just go on Pinterest, find pictures that best fits my goals, and just fill it in under that category. I kind of like this way better, because not only can I see the goals in writing, but I can also see it visually with a picture. So I just think this vision board is way better than the original one. I've never actually done a vision board before, so I decided to do mine a little bit different from the traditional way that I've been seeing on TikTok. I decided to put actual affirmations behind my visions. I kind of grouped my vision board into categories. So I had my wealth goal, my finance goal, my health goal, my personal goals, my career goals, love, all that good stuff. I put what I want for my life in that category, and then I put the pictures on there, if that makes sense. So kind of like an affirmation or even a prayer behind those visions, just so that I have like a plan, or I have like a sketch of how I'm going to achieve those visions, and then what it's going to look like when I do achieve those visions. When I make little affirmations / prayers in the background, I made sure to put them in the specific language. Instead of putting words like I will try or I may, I put I will, I am, this is going to happen. Kind of like speaking positivity over that category, because a lot of people don't understand there is power in the tongue. A lot of what we say is the reason why some of our lives are the way it is. A lot of that negative crap that happened to me in 2022 is because I said it out loud. I talked about how much I hated my job, got fired from that job, stuff like that. Like, I was literally speaking negativity over my life. I was hoping in doing this, I can start off the year by being positive and speaking positivity into my life, if you get what I'm saying. I definitely attempt to stray away from the traditional way of doing vision boards and add some affirmations in there, add a little bit of words on there, just to solidify those visions. So this was more so for the aesthetic, but I did end up doing the traditional vision board just for like my wallpaper, and it kind of like set my visions in stone. So yeah. Personally, the most fun thing about this entire thing was definitely the vision boards, because I get to go and actually see what it is I want for my life and apply that to my board. My entire vision board kind of gives soft girl like, which is kind of what I'm going for, because looking at the definition of a soft girl, I've definitely been very, very hard. I'm sick of being hard. I want to be soft. I want to be feminine. I want to just bask in my femininity. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm sick of living on defense mode. Like, I want to be soft. I have my career goals, but of course I got a bunch of money going throughout my entire vision board. Basically, the whole vision board is giving, it's a calm lifestyle. This is what I want to live. That might be impossible because I am a college student, a stressed one at that. It might not have been the best approach, but it can be done. It can be done. Making a vision board, it's important that you put things that you have a plan for, if that makes sense. A lot of people just start putting crap on their vision board just because, but what are you doing to make those visions come to life? Most of the things that I have on my vision board is already in motion, it's underway. 9 times out of 10, it's about to happen. Thing I made for my career goals, it's already happening. I put a lot of vacation photos in my vision board. The vacation is already booked. Of course, strive to test your limits, but it's another thing to make sure that your goals are attainable. I put things on my vision board not to speak it into existence per se, but just so that I check them off the list, because those things are gonna happen regardless. Amen, sister. The traditional vision board just because I wanted to have it as a secondary vision board for the aesthetics, because I have it as my wallpaper. I did it both ways, and I think both ways are very cute, but I definitely think the one with the affirmations in behind it is definitely going to be the most effective vision board. I'm really excited for what 2023 brings. I hope it brings lots of blessings, lots of beauty, lots of money. I hope this really inspires the next person to start their vision board and to start making plans to make 2023 very successful and to elevate their entire life in 2023. Love you guys.